Yeah, I think me personally, coming from a striking background, I'd love a knockout finish. This fight, I've envisioned many ways I've finished it. I'm that type of fighter that sees how the fight goes. So that's what you get when you tune into my fights. Like, you don't know how they're gonna finish, but they will finish.
And then early on in your career, you were known for, first round finishes. Your last few fights, come in the second round. What do you feel like, how do you feel like you've grown in your ability to make adjustments, and what is going on in your corner so well where you're able to finish fights in the second stanza?
I think it's my ability to stay calm in the more you do it, the more you get, the more you stay calm in the fight. I call it. I'm able to see things happen and execute. That's what it is, really.
Where do you feel like that comes from? I know you're a very talented fighter, but how do you feel like you've grown in your ability to analyze opponents and break down the game plan?
Do you know what? It's something even my first coach said I was great at. He said it's one of my great natural abilities. I don't know. I couldn't tell you where it came from, but all I can say is that I'm a hard worker and I put in the graft, so it must come from that.
You're a very confident fighter, and you can see where the nickname Smooth comes from. When you're looking across the ring at your opponent, what are you looking for in terms of like body language, and just how do you know that there's a guy that's confident in the ring with you?
There's a few guys. There's a few things there's like eye contact, body language, but what I've realized as well, there's a lot of fighters are good at masking their insecurities with looking tough and stuff like that. So it's hard to tell. But with me, it's in there. I just try to break the man in the fight. Like, I couldn't care less how he is outside of the fight. Inside the fight, my job is to break this man down.
And as you continue to move up the ranks, we've seen that you're able to adjust on the fly and analyze. Do you feel like you're going in more dedicated to your game plan, or more willing to adjust on the fly?
Yeah, that's a good question. It depends on the opponent. Whereas like some opponents I have more information on, there's more videos, there's more things I can actually create a solid game plan for. Whereas there's some opponents that are they're like almost ghosts and you can't really find much about them. So that's a big consideration on where my head's at. But with this guy, I've seen a few things and I've got scenarios in my head. That's what I call, like, I've got different scenarios or different parts of the fight that I will execute.
And then speaking of your opponent, he's had back-to-back knockouts. When you see something like that, is that a cause for concern, or coming from your striking background, is that more of a challenge that you're willing to sort of engage in?
No, because they're not me. He hasn't fought me. If he fought me and knocked him out, maybe I'll be worried. But he ain't fought me, and he's never fought anyone like me. No one moves like me really in the light heavyweight division, and that's that. I'm bigger than the man and faster than the man, so he's gonna have a lot of problems.
Well, that's all I have for you, Simeon. Good luck on Saturday, and I appreciate the time.
Thank you.
All right, Steve, did you have a question?
Okay, hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
It's been a long time since that last fight back in March, longest layoff of your pro career by far. What developments do you feel you've been able to make in your game in that time?
Oh, do you know what? The fact that I'm a full-time MMA fighter now, and I haven't got a job to keep going back and forth to, has made a massive difference. I'm rested. I've just been in the gym. I just stay in the gym. I live, breathe this thing. So I feel like I've grown massively, and yeah, it will show.
When did you make that jump to full time?
Straight after the cash landed in my account from the last fight, handed in my notice straight away.
Yeah, obviously the semi-final of the tournament, there's a lot of pressure that comes with that. being last time was in Newcastle, you were the main event, it was kind of built around yourself and Dakota. Does it feel like that aspect of the pressure is off slightly now? You know, we're in Paris, you're not in that main event slot. Does it feel a bit lighter?
Nah, pressure's never off because I've got things that I need to achieve in this sport. That same fire, that same motivate, like if in my eyes there's more pressure on me. I've got to prove the doubt is wrong and I've got to prove who supports me right. So yeah.
Just finally, I was asked by one of our guys at By the Money to ask you what the after party is going to look like.
We're working on that one. We're still working on that one. See, it gets around.
I'm sure we'll see some videos on Saturday. Thank you for today. That's all I got.
Thank you.
All right, any more questions for Sim while we have him? Isles, go ahead.
Hello Simon, nice to meet you.
Hi, man.
Yes, I'm from Belgium, Brussels. I have two questions for you, Simon. First of all, how do you feel about fighting in Paris? And secondly, what do you think about Anthony Salamon, who is going to face Jacob Neto just after you? If you both win, I think you will fight each other on the light heavyweight finals tournament. What do you think about Anthony as an opponent?
Yeah, no, I'm very happy to be in Paris and fighting in Paris. Like I know MMA's like recently been made legal, so I think the fans are really ready for an event like this. And yeah, Anthony Salamon, he's a solid competitor, but I'm just that guy. I've got the skills, I've got the size. He's a bit undersized for the division, and I wish him the best, but I'm number one. Do you know what I mean?
Thank you and good luck.
Thank you.